Respect. Not aging you love respect page. I truly appreciate your time to the genuine ones only. You know, it don't matter how much money you got in your pocket nowadays. A hater gonna be a hater. Like, no, for real, a hater gonna be a hater, and it is what it is, you know, but just do me a favor, hater. Just stay in your lane. I just ask you to just do that, you know? When you gotta everybody with your thought process and say, yo, hater, just stay in your lane. Like, come on, I don't got time for all that drama or them lists intentions. You feel me? Like, you trying to cycle my thought process on my freedom and all that. Nobody got time for all that. You know, when you're not in competition with God, and somebody doesn't understand you because you want God's timing, and when you trying to become your best self vision of yourself, they don't understand that there's no competition out here. And I say that respectfully. It's no competition. Think you're better than somebody or whatever the case may be, because it's the same way you got your certain gifts, it's the same way your gifts can be taken from you. And I say that respectfully, because God knows who is who. When a child of God is here to do what they need to do, within doing what they need to do, far as showing up for themselves at the end of the day. When you know, you know. And God knows who you exactly are when you try to play in the child of God's face. Try to psych-about their thought process on their freedom, or manipulate their character something they not. Or you are bully within the bullying somebody at the end of the day in a toxic way. Allowing that child of God to believe that they're not worthy. It's the mindset for me. How you can sit here and allow a child of God to know that they're not worthy. And God installed these tools within a child of God. And God saw what you was doing when you was trying to play in a child of God's face. And I say that respectfully. It's the mindset for me. You know, everybody is not to be played with. Everybody is not to be played with. And I say that respectfully because you say you're a child of God. So if you know you're a child of God at the end of the day, right? So you say. You know at the end of the day to stay in your lane and respect your neighbor. With, you know, without allowing that child of God to feel that God is not working in their favor, or who the hell do they think they are at the end of the day. That's what you're saying. These are the words that you're saying. That they need to sit down and have a seat, a couple of seats down. Who do they think they are? They ain't better than nobody. Who said anybody was in competition with anybody? When you a child of God, right? You just trying to show up for yourself to elevate. And do what God is asking you to do. Show up for yourself in a healthy way. Regardless to what gifts was installed within you. That be talent. That be you. It don't matter what it is. Fixing a bike, fixing a car. Being a judge, being a doctor, a lawyer. It don't matter. Being a therapist, it wouldn't matter. You put a name to your book. There's no competition when trying to elevate and become your best self vision of yourself. So just because you got certain gifts and certain skills within skills that you're trying to show up for yourself at the end of the day, don't make you better than the next person. Just because you feel like you got the upper hand because you got more money than somebody. Or because you feel like you got less money than somebody, you think you better than somebody. It's no race when dealing with God. Because you know why? God sees everything. When you try to be in competition with a child of God, it's not going to work out in your favor. And I say that respectfully. God don't like ugly. And God saw what you was doing. Especially when a child of God is trying to allow you to know, like, hey, tune in, tune in, tune in. For the right reasons. I'm not against you. I'm here for you. Because God is allowing you to know, like, yo, straighten up. Do what you gotta do to become your best self-vision. You can't hurt the messenger. And I say that respectfully. Sometimes our messages come from people we least expected. People we don't even know from a hole in the wall. Just become our best self-visions of ourselves. When you know, you know. And I say that respectfully. That's like saying you off balance today. And your neighbor comes up to you like, hey, there are better days ahead. Be patient with your process. That was only God telling you, like, listen, I see what you're going through. You need a word of wisdom today. You're not getting it from your day-to-day rate, your day ones. Or if you are getting it, it's not genuine. Because if it was so genuine, you would become your best self-vision of yourself. You know, some people come into your life for the right reasons. To wake you up to see your best self-vision of yourself. So for you to understand the assignment within the assignment, you have to have fully self-awareness to understand the assignment that when you're dealing with a child of God, there's no competition. And I say that respectfully. Because a child of God is given an assignment within an assignment for them to show up for themselves to become their best self-vision of themselves. And there's no rush to doing God's job. And I say that respectfully. Because you know why? God installed patience within us. So God is allowing you to see like, hey, just because you're having an off-balance moment within your life and you need a little bit balance in your life to know how to respect your neighbor at the end of the day, I'm going to bring somebody into your life to show you how to respect your neighbor. I'm going to bring somebody in your life to show you how to fix this, to show you how to elevate and become your best self-vision in this area. Whatever you name you put to your book, this is what happens when God sees that, you know what, I want you to become your best self-vision of yourself. I'm going to send genuine, respectful people into your life that's going to respect you and genuinely respect you for who you truly are and love you for who you truly are. It may be for just a moment. It may be for a lifetime. But when you put a name to your book, when you know, you know. So when God places these people in your life for the moment or for a lifetime, you have to respect the assignment within the assignment, because God saw what you did when you disrespected that child of God, for that child of God showing up to you and allowing you to believe like, yo, I'm just the messenger. That's it. So when you know with the knowing that God works in mysterious ways and God is always on time to let you know that, yo, I'm still around. But I just want you to know you got to straighten your act up a little bit. Or maybe you need a little bit more strength in this area to become your best self-vision of yourself. Or maybe, you know what, you're looking for love in all the wrong places. But I'm about to show you what love looks like up close in person with the real one. That's coming here to value your time and not play games with you, because your steps is already ordered when you least expect it. It's the mindset for me. To sit here and go in competition with somebody at the end of the day, it's uncalled for. It's never no competition, especially when on God's timing. Now, if you want to be on the enemy's timing, that's something different now. Now, it just goes to show you at the end of the day, you can't, everybody's not for you. Because it's God's timing and it's the enemy's timing. You pick and choose what book you want to be in at the end of the day. Because I know at the end of the day, when you're a child of God, you don't shake with the enemy. And I say that respectfully. It's the mindset for me. You say you're a child of God, act like you're a child of God. Out here wearing the mask at the end of the day, tune into yourself. Like, come on, you don't do that when you're a child of God. A child of God mean what they say what they mean. They true to themselves, to respect their neighbor at the end of the day in a healthy way, not in a toxic way. Just because you don't understand why somebody's tying their shoe a certain kind of way, don't mean that they think they better than somebody because you tie your shoe a certain kind of way. If I gotta break it down like that, it's the mindset for me. That's why God installed self-awareness within us. God installed self-awareness, self-respect, self-healing, self-control, self-discipline, self-care, self-value, self-worth, self-patience, self-peace, self-love, and self-confidence within us. So we can elevate and healthy boundaries. So we can elevate and become our best self-visions of ourselves. God allows you to see another day for a reason, because God was patient with your process. So God allows you to see another day for a reason. To understand the assignment that you can become your best self-vision of yourself. Just because you don't understand someone's work or understand somebody's walk of life, or how someone talks, or how someone understands the way they interpret certain things, you may interpret something totally different, but y'all on the same page when y'all interpret the same thing that was the information that was fed to you. To understand the assignment that God is working in both of y'all favors. But when you dance with the enemy, that energy hit different. Y'all on two. That's two different situations. But when you're walking with God, you walk by faith, not by sight. And when you get to your destination, God reveals and allows you to see where you're going and who's for you and what's not for you. To understand the assignment within the assignment that the enemy's not for you. God is for you. To understand the assignment within the assignment to become your best self-vision of yourself. Regardless to what trauma was endured within you as a child point of view, going into your adulthood, dealing with trauma on top of trauma, maybe being sexually assaulted as a kid, you put it into your book. But God's allowing you to become your best self-vision of yourself. So respect your neighbor, God says. You don't have to have malicious intentions. You don't have to be a hate in disguise towards your neighbor, because God is working in both of y'all favors, especially when you don't shake with the enemy. And I say that respectfully. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. Angels will treat you respect 365 days with no malicious intentions to bring harm to yourself and others around you. Never allow the enemy or hate in disguise or personal intentions such as your thought process allowing your freedom, because you are worthy. God did not install within us for us to give up or live in fear or be discouraged. God installed patience within us so we can become our best self-vision of ourselves, because God allowed us another day for a reason, because God was patient with you. Never allow the enemy or hate in disguise or personal intentions such as your thought process allowing your freedom, because you are worthy and you matter. I should preach your time to the genuine ones only. Protect your energy, because not everybody's having your time. Have a safe day and have a safe remaining weekend. Protect your energy because not everybody's having a good time. They would try to gaslight you, act like so into a God, and they would try to hurt you and psych you the thoughts on your fears. So protect your energy because not everybody's having a good time. I should preach your time to the genuine ones only. Now your genuine love, respect. Love yourself with God's protection, your direction. Love yourself with God's protection, respect.